congratulations, because
Thank
I've
you.
been talking about it on the show. It was #1. So many people love it. And literally everyone's eating croissants, walking around. It's like, it's a whole situation. It's a whole movement. It's been a huge hit. What's been the outpouring of support? How's that been for you? People just reaching out. And by the way, you almost have 1 million followers now on Instagram, when it wasn't like that when I first, I was like, you're all
Yeah,
over the place.
it's pretty overwhelming to be honest. I'm in Budapest. I'm shooting my next movie, and so it's a mix of loneliness. I'm in my hotel room. I've been quarantined for a while, and that's when the show came out,
Right.
and just it's a lot of information, but people have been so respectful, and the way they talk about what the show brought to them, the escapism, and just talking about Gabrielle and the nuances and just everything I wanted to portray. They felt it, and I felt it's the best compliment possible. So they're really respectful and very positive, and I feel very grateful. It's very humbling.
Going back to the very beginning of Emily in Paris and the audition process, I know I spoke to you about that. What's Can you just take it all in? I know you're already, like you said, in Budapest on another project now, but has it been still surreal for you to just sit back, take a moment, and realize what's happening?
Yeah, I think I still haven't realized. It's hard to realize such a shift in life. I just went to the audition hoping for the best and putting my best work, but then everything goes faster and faster, and you find yourself on set with Lily, with Darren, and Ashley, and then the show comes out and it's received the way it's received. Everything so far has been pretty hard to realize. Like I said, it's very humbling. It's a lot. So even for one human being, I'm just trying to. Sorry,
And that's your
I'm
phone going off.
that. I forgot to. Yeah. So no, it's pretty crazy. That's why I'm trying to put all my energy and focus on this next project, so I don't, I don't, I don't know. I don't want to think about it, but
You
it's all up.
keep work, keep
Yes.
yeah, keep working and not think so much about all the things that are happening.
Yes, it's kind of hard when I was quarantined in the room, and I had nothing else but my phone as company. So, but now production has started. It's safe, and all my focus is on work. But I try to, as much as possible when I can, to answer messages and give back, because this wouldn't happen without the fans.
Absolutely. And we definitely are going to talk about the new project and where you are right now. But I just want to follow up again on everything that's happening with you, with Emily in Paris. Is it true you were a sous chef? Not just
Yeah,
you're a chef in the show, but you were in real life a sous chef. Are we still cooking?
I haven't had time to cook for a while, but I wasn't a sous chef in a 3 stars restaurant, but I was, helping in this restaurant for a couple of months, and I learned so much, and I it's a craft I feel comfortable with, so I was pretty happy to bring it to Gabrielle, bring it to screen.
If people are trying to cook for a date, what would you say would be the go-to meal?
I love cooking the curry cocoa risotto with gambas. It's a pretty fine meal with a beautiful glass of red wine. That's my go-to meal for a date.
Well, we're already sold on that, okay? So great, perfect. We do see this complicated love triangle, if you will, with Emily, Camille, your character. Some of the fans were anticipating a whole relationship with all three of them. They didn't know what to say and kind of left us hanging. Are you rooting for one of them at the end? Because we don't know about season 2 yet, but what would you think?
I think we planted the seeds in season 1. There's many scenes where it's ambiguous between Camille and Emily. So even when Gabrielle likes the picture of Camille and Emily in bed is that's another scene when they say hi to each other and they accidentally kiss, and she says, "I'm not sorry." It's all little seeds everywhere that Darren likes to plant to keep the story open. So, it's a modern world, and we should tell everybody's story because it's the truth, and I wouldn't be against it. But it's Darren's job. He
Yep.
started the drama, and it's for him to finish it.
But you wouldn't be against it.
No, of course not.
There you go. That's all we needed to know. And I know you've talked to people about this in interviews before the premiere. I did ask you the French culture. Did the show get it right? There were some people saying, "Oh, the stereotype and it wasn't right," or "We didn't see these things." Obviously, you would know. So, what do you feel that people may have misconstrued or wasn't right, or how do you talk on that?
For me, you have to put things in their context. Emily in Paris is a feel-good show. It's a comedy. It's why this industry was created in the first place to escape and take the edge off. And just when I sit in front of my computer or TV, I'm not watching the news. I want to be entertained. I want to go away. And French people, not all of them, but for the ones who were criticizing the fact that we weren't seeing the real aspects of Paris, well, it's true. There are so many aspects of Paris. It's such a diverse city with so many ways of thinking, of so many different cultures. Wouldn't be enough of a lifetime to tell the story of Paris. So Darren chose his own perspective, his own vision, because he came when he was 19, I think, and he lived in Paris. So he just took his own experience and put his signature on it, the Darren touch, the one we love so much in Sex and the City.
And I love that you say that because it's not a documentary on France. It is not, this whole thing. And this is the character, this is what she's going through, and everyone else in this. So that's perfectly said. Again, season 2, I was already asking about that before season 1 even premiered. Where would you like to see your character go? Should there be a season 2? We're hoping.
I'd like to see him, a little more in control of his job, first of all, because I felt like he was really, as I say, emasculated by Camille, and he felt like he was pressured. It's the thing he loved, but he wanted to do it on its own, and it's a question of pride, and that's where lies his happiness. So basically, I'd like to see him in a new restaurant and just bringing his craft to the next level. And in terms of relationships, I don't want to touch. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. I don't. I can't. No, it's not for me to unravel this.
Absolutely. I won't dig any deeper. We'll see what happens. And again, hopefully we get a season 2 because I know everybody definitely wants that. Currently, we're talking about the new project that you're on right now. Can you let us know why you're in Budapest? What's happening? Break it down. What's going on with you right now?
So I'm shooting this movie. It's about Dior in the 50s, and we're shooting in Budapest because everything is pretty hard to navigate in Paris, and since Budapest has such a diverse architecture, a mix of neoclassic and Haussmannian, and many streets look like Paris. So we're using Budapest exteriors as well as studios because they have like amazing infrastructures here, and we recreated the entire Dior office in Budapest. And so this is where we're going to shoot. Isabelle Huppert is part of it, Leslie Manville, Jason Isaac, Alba Batista, and many other icons that I couldn't be happier and grateful to have the opportunity to work in such complicated times.
And is this going off of the Angela Lansbury film that originally is that Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris?
Yes.
1992.
It's a complete different adaptation of the book, which the first movie was actually was made for TV and was also a complete different adaptation, but it's more modern. It's telling the story from the 50s point of view, but we had adjusted everything. I mean, not we, the writers and the director, they adjusted everything to make it, more acceptable and closer to what it is now. Because it was written a while ago, and some things could not be, portrayed today.
Yeah, definitely different times. So we had to update it. Knowing that you are able to do these projects that are based, out of France, even though you're in Budapest now, it has the similarities. Growing up there in France, how great is it to be able to still continue to have that, your culture in these other films that you're doing?
It's a coincidence. The fact that my two last projects have Paris in the title is pretty funny. We talked about it earlier with Ashley, and we were making fun of it. But it's cool. It's great. I mean, Paris is it these days. So I couldn't be happier. Such a huge production came to film Paris for the first time, and I feel very proud of that. And also that story, it's an English production, it's in English, but the movie is also telling a story about Paris. So, I've lived in Paris for only 15 years, but I love this city. It's a great city to be in, and I couldn't be more proud.
I want to stick with the whole French situation. This is for the fans out there who may, and I'm sure you've heard this, they're calling you the French Armie Hammer. Two completely different people. You have your own path. But when you hear something like that, because everything that he picks seems to be very methodical. He knows what he wants. He doesn't just take any role. I feel like you know exactly what you want. What do you think of those comparisons?
Okay, first of all, it's very flattering, because what an actor, and what a career. And I don't feel I'm up to task, but it comes from a good place, so I'll take it in, and thank you. It's a lot, but it's I don't know. I'm just trying to do what I love and respect the character and the stories that I tell. I need to feel that I'm connected to the story I'm telling. I need to, find the nuances, and it needs to have a purpose. I like to watch a movie and feel like something is different. Feel like I'm aware of something, or more conscious about something. Just like when I watched Dance with Wolves when I was younger, or Into the Wild, and we need to bring a message. And Mark Ruffalo is amazing, pretty amazing with his choices, with Dark Waters and Spotlight. This is what this industry allows us to do as well, to have a voice and to tell stories that even either makes us feel better or just inform us. So I'm trying to stay on that, line, and so far so good.
Yes, so far so good. You're doing it right so far. I want to play a couple games with you, if you don't mind. I know you have mentioned you went on the Sex and the City tour in New York. You were such a big fan prior to working with Darren. So we have a quick quiz for you to put your super fandom to the test. Are you ready?
Is it a Sex and the City the quiz?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay.
You better be ready for this, okay? You told me you were Aiden, so I know you know what you're talking about. Not big. So here we go. What is Carrie Bradshaw's career?
What do you mean? She's a columnist for the New York Times.
Yes. What do you mean? What do I mean? It's a quiz. You answer the question.
Sorry. You're gonna have to do better than that. I told you I took the Sex and the City tour, and you asked me what the main character's job is.
It's the first question. What is Mr. Big's real name?
John.
Where did Miranda study law?
Oh, I want to say Stanford, but I'm not sure.
No. Wrong. Harvard.
Yeah, I guess I deserve that.
What iconic store did Trey propose to Charlotte in front of?
Was it Tiffany?
Yes. Look at you. Okay, last one. What does Samantha throw through the window at Richard's house?
Oh, wow. Was it the TV?
No, it's edible. You eat it.
A pineapple?
Close, a melon.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
You need to go on the tour one more time, okay?
Damn it.
I'm kidding. You did
Terrible.
great. You only missed two and you were very close to those. This is the last thing, and I will let you get back to your filming and your day and everything that's happening. It's just a little bit deeper. It's rapid fire. Whatever comes to you quickest, you answer with that, okay?
Okay, I'm really bad at this, but let's go.
It's fun. True or false? You are single.
Well, true. I don't even know anymore. I'm so lonely.
Are you confused? Okay, here we go. Celebrity crush.
Uh, Daisy Edgar Jones.
Okay, close to 1 million followers now on your Instagram account. How are your DMs looking?
Sweaty. I'm sorry.
A great
But
answer.
that didn't
Sweaty.
come out right. I mean,
Thirsty? Thirsty. Are the French really more romantic than anyone else?
uh, I think so. I mean, it depends on, it's all education. Everything's about education. But for what I know, from my point of view, I'm definitely a hopeless romantic.
Oh, okay. Final one. Are you ready for this? What is your idea of the perfect date?
I
Besides the meal that you said, what's your?
Yeah, no, you knew I was going to talk about food. I would say I like walking. I think a long walk through the city, just like you saw that movie Before Sunset, Before Sunrise, with
Okay.
Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy.
Yes, I love you.
They just meet in the train, and she's like, okay, I'm going. They talk for like a few minutes, and then she's like, this is going to sound crazy, but do you want to follow me? And I'm staying in Paris for the night. And he's like, okay. And they just talk and walk through Paris all night long and go meet people and have adventures and go to this jazz bar. And I think it's the best way to, move forward and have nice interactions. And yeah, I'd say a walk in the city.
Okay, so everyone's heard that. Through your sweaty DMs, they need to take you on a walk.